What happens if too many people qualify for Jeopardy? TOC. Every episode of Jeopardy sees players compete for a cash prize, and the longer the people are on the show, the more they can win. However, these players are also trying to make their way to the Tournament of Champions. Some viewers have started to wonder what happens if more people qualify for the Jeopardy Tournament of Champions than there is room for. Is there even a chance that could happen? Here is what we know. How to qualify for Jeopardy! Tournament of Champions. The Jeopardy! Tournament of Champions qualification is laid out clearly. If a person wins their episode of the game show, they return and compete against 2 new competitors in the next episode. Originally, if a person won 5 consecutive days, they would make it to the Tournament of Champions. That changed in 2003. At that time, the person had to retire undefeated. In September 2003, Jeopardy! Changed the rules to allow people to play for as many days as possible until they finally lost. Now, each year at the Tournament of Champions, the players who won the most games and money in the previous season return to compete against each other. These tournaments normally feature 15 contestants and run for 10 consecutive episodios 0 days. The first 5 episodes have 3 new contestants every day. The winner at the end gets $250,000. Winners of the College Championship and Teachers Tournament can also compete in the Tournament of Champions. What if too many players qualify for Jeopardy! Tournament of Champions? Jeopardy! Fans on Reddit wanted to know how many people could qualify for the Tournament of Champions. The original poster asked what would happen if more people qualified than the show has room for in its format. One person reasoned that there could be 46 total people a season if everyone hit 5 wins in a row, and that was it. Another person responded that it has happened before, and they usually make room. In those cases where there is no room, the extra winners will likely carry over to the next season. Another person disagreed and thought that they would just change the format to get them all to fit into the postseason. There are changes to the Tournament of Champions this season. There have been changes to Jeopardy! Tournament of Champions this season. There is a new format this year, which includes buys into the semifinals for Amy Schneider, Matt Amodio, and Masha Roach. The reason for this was that these 3 competitors were ahead of the curve. So, producers can make changes as needed, and that is likely what happens when there are too many competitors. What is your favorite Jeopardy! Tournament of Champions moment? Who do you think is the best of the best? Let us know in the comments below. The Jeopardy! Tournament of Champions TOC is a prestigious annual showdown of the quiz show's elite, a battle where the smartest minds compete for ultimate bragging rights and serious prize money. But what happens if too many people qualify in a single season? Could the TOC become too competitive for its own good? Under normal circumstances, the TOC features around 15 players, typically recent multi-game champions, and any special invitees like college or professors tournament winners. But in an era of Jeopardy! Super champs, with more and more players racking up long win streaks, the qualification pool is growing crowded. A single season could theoretically produce dozens of viable contenders. So what does the show do when the list of qualified players exceeds the number of available tournament spots? First, producers exercise discretion. Not all winners are guaranteed a TOC slot. While multi-game winners, especially those with 4+ wins or high earnings, are strong candidates, 1 or 2 game champs might not make the cut. If too many players qualify, showrunners can prioritize based on factors like win streak length, total earnings, and buzzer dominance. But what if even that isn't enough? That's when the TOC might evolve. We could see the return of a wildcard or play-in round, a high-stakes preliminary match where borderline qualifiers face off for a chance to enter the main tournament. It's happened before, and it adds extra drama. There's also the possibility of expanding the TOC itself. Imagine a mega TOC with 24 or 30 players spread out over more episodes. It would be an epic celebration of Jeopardy!, its golden age, and ratings goal. Finally, in a pinch, the producers could delay a contestant's invite. If too many champions emerge in one year, a few might be held over for the next TOC cycle, a practice the show has quietly used in the past. In the end, too many qualified players is a good problem to have. It's a sign of the show's ongoing renaissance, and a signal that the TOC may need to grow along with its champions. As long as viewers get to see the best minds duke it out in true Jeopardy! Fashion, everybody wins.